This meeting may come to order. This is the Roundtable Youth Sports Talk. We are here to talk about New York youth football. Is it watered down? Is it too many leagues, too many organizations, too many coaches with one team? Here to talk about it, Tyrone Franklin, Vice President and Commissioner of the Big Apple Youth Football League. Garvin Dollarman, Commissioner, New York City Youth Football League, also President of the Brooklyn Skyhawks. Just Hall, one of the architects of Unlimited Football in New York City, one of the founders of Empire Youth Football League, and he's also the president of the Brooklyn Chief. Bill Solomon, one of the architects of Big Apple Youth Football League, formerly president of Empire Youth Football League, and currently president of the Brooklyn Titans. Anthony Maxwell is here, president of the New York Players Flag Football League. Welcome, guys. Far as the league's business, is this enough room in New York City, the counties of New York, and the counties of New York City? Is it enough room, territorial-wise, to put a league in a particular area and they can do business in that area with the youth football organizations?
Well, speaking, I think so. I think it's always good to have more choices. I think that it's always good to have more leagues than just one. Anytime you have a monopoly in anything, I believe that the quality, the what's the word I'm looking for? The quality goes down. And I believe that anytime you have more choices, it's good for the kids, it's good for the city, you know.
Well, what do you think, Ant?
You saying in a specific territory?
Yeah, like a specific area that the league can operate.
So you want exclusivity for an area, or what do you?
If it's a certain amount of organizations in the whole city and the county, right? And it's 3 leagues, 4 leagues operating it, right? Now we don't want to. This is a democracy, so we don't want to. Monopolize one and have a auction. Have like if a team is in a certain area that a league is operating at, and they will come to you, and you probably say, once you go see Mr. Garvin over there because they got a football league there. Should that happen? Should that something that could happen, or is it?
I mean, you lose out on innovation when you restrict. You say, hey, this one's always here. Now they get complacent and say, okay, if I have exclusive rights to anything in my, geographic area, then I don't have to innovate. I don't have to do anything different. I don't have to do anything different other than what I've been doing because it doesn't matter. They're going to come to me anyway. So other leagues bring out innovation, in my opinion.
Okay, Mr. Garvin.
Well, for me, I always thought it was a good idea to have multiple leagues, because what it is that it's almost like a store. One store offers something the other store may not be offering. You may want what you're looking for, you can get from this store as opposed to what this other store has. And so that's why I always thought that it was good. The backlash to that is that how those leagues operate amongst each others is the key. It's not just me monopolizing or wanting to monopolize, but how do I interact with the other leagues? Like Tyrone would tell you, we've been knowing each other way back. I don't even want to say it, because I'm docking my age over here, but the situation is that our leagues have not butt heads not one time in all these years. And that's because they offer something We don't offer that. And we tell teams that want to come into us, the one thing they offer is they offer travel. We don't offer travel. And so we don't speak to you about travel. And it's fine. If you want to travel, you listen, Big Apple, they travel. They do travel things. All right? So we will tell that organization that wants to do that, if that's your aspiration, this is where you need to go. Or this other league, this is where you need to go. But we won't try and squeeze that piece of lemon into my glass when it shouldn't be in my glass. It should be in someone else's glass.
Just?
Yeah, I was over there.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with Garvin a little bit. I just feel that, you can't tell nobody what to do. They gonna do what they want to do. As far as like opening the program. What I do think, when you open a program, I think you basically brand new, I think you should cater to the brand newness. I don't think you should try to jump in, with your whole body. Just put your feet in the water and see what it do first. I don't think everybody's a Division I program. And that's like a big thing with what's going on now. Everybody wants to be Division I, and they don't have the coaching experience to do that. They don't have enough coaches to do that.
That's no time.
And they might don't have enough kids to do that. That's just my opinion.
So to clarify, it's like if you're in a certain area and you're being realistic about what you have. If you're being realistic about what you have, you may say, "Oh yeah, man, I'm not Big Apple. Maybe too much. Maybe let me go to another." And I don't want to say no name. I'm just using this as a reference. And maybe I need to go here to I get what I need to do to go, because I know Big Apple currently got a startup type of thing, right?
Yes.
They currently have a startup program type of thing, and it's just talking to who you prefer.
As far as the territorial thing,
Where's Just Face?
he's hiding.
He's your face.
As far as the territory, I agree with the panel. I don't think it's something that would work in New York City. I don't think it works on a league basis. I don't think it works on an organizational basis. I think all the teams pretty much pull from as far away as parents are willing to travel, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I think that there always will be multiple leagues in the city, just given how things operate in the city. And I think that at least several of the leagues that have developed over the last, I guess it's been about 20 years, have made things better for the community overall. I think when Big Apple came into being, basically, leading New York City Youth Football, a lot of those organizations, I think we had a focus on the younger groups, and we started to bring a lot more excitement around those younger groups. The 8-year-olds, and it became more competitive. I think that also we started to do more around, certainly around travel. That was a big deal. I can still remember when Courtney was the first, the Renegades were the first team to travel. He didn't really want to do it. Kind of got pushed into it, and that spawned a lot of growth. It was the first New York City organization, at least in recent history, to travel. And then what came after that was the unlimited weight football, where I think that was a league up in had started with unlimited weight, and then as Big Apple got into it, really began to grow unlimited weight football, which I think was a huge plus. And then Empire was kind of the next, kind of the next iteration, and Empire, created, for the first time, us helping us with the travel grants that we issued. Empire issued thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in travel grants over his life, and I think changed the way we look at things, and I think showed that we can work together for the common good of the community. And I think some of what Empire did certainly influenced Big Apple, and I think Tyrone came in, and when Big Apple was kind of its life cycle was coming toward an end with its existing model, and Tyrone added life by doing some things that attract, number one, made the organization run better, and also I think we're positive overall for the community. So I mean, the panelists have made the point that the competition creates improvement. It can create improvement for the product overall. We push one another to be better. But by the same token, I think that you can get to the point where Coke and Pepsi have been around forever, and they battle with each other. But every once in a while, you get a little upstart that may change some things for a little while, but then ends up falling by the wayside because they don't have that product, doesn't have what it takes to go the long haul. And I think that we may look around at some leagues, and only time will tell which ones have the longevity. But I think if you're going to start a new league, you have to offer something. You have to offer something different. There has to be a meaningful differentiating factor for your business in order for it to be successful. And I think when you look at New York City youth football, when you look at Big Apple, you see things that are unique, that are reason for them to exist. And when I look out at some of the other leagues that have developed, that may not necessarily be the case. So, but again, time ultimately will tell whether or not they do have the longevity.
Okay.